Hi!
Hey! Oh, all right.
Go ahead.
Hey, my name is Arin Sarkissian, and I'm a flutist from California.
And I'm Colton Potter, and I play oboe. I'm from Orlando, Florida.
We're extremely lucky to be members of NYO-USA's 2017 season.
As musicians, we're faced with countless surprises.
That's right. During a school concert, one flutist in our orchestra, which I wasn't a part of, didn't show up. Literally a minute before their performance started, my friend pulled me onto stage and made me play the missing part.
How did that go?
You don't want to know. Moral of the story, I decided that I should definitely work on my sight reading skills.
Also, please show up to your concerts. Musicians are often asked to sight read at studio recordings, auditions, rehearsals, and even performances. Today, we're going to talk about some tips and tricks to help you improve your sight reading skills.
Tip number 1, learn as much as you can about music. This includes music history, music theory, and different styles of music. It's always helpful to be able to identify different components of the piece set in front of you.
For example, knowing famous composers and their names and what eras they lived in can help you approach a style of a piece. Listening to these composers' pieces can give you an idea of how they might sound, from the Baroque elegance of Bach's music to the revolutionary peculiarities of Stravinsky.
The more you know about the music, the more your sight reading will match how the piece is actually supposed to sound.
Tip number 2, work daily on your fundamental technique.
That's right, long tones, scales, arpeggios, etudes, all of these foundational exercises are necessary for you to gain mastery over your instrument. You'll be ready to tackle difficult fingering sequences, encounter familiar runs that you've already worked on,
and play with a beautiful tone even though you're playing the piece for the first time.
That's right. Tip number 3, practice your sight reading. To help prepare yourself for sight reading at an audition, put yourself in an audition environment as many times as you can. Get used to the feeling of being under pressure when you're actually sight reading the piece. Challenge yourself with unfamiliar music you can get from your music teacher or that you can find off the internet. The more you expose yourself to sight reading opportunities, the more comfortable you'll be when you're actually asked to sight read at an audition.
Tip number 4, rhythm. Among all of the elements of music and sight reading, rhythm is the most important.
Sweet.
Don't get caught up in the past if you accidentally play wrong notes or forget to pay attention to the dynamics.
Never go back to fix anything while sight reading. The judges want to see that you can keep a steady, consistent tempo and play different rhythms accurately.
The music always goes on, so keep counting and focus on your rhythms.
And finally, tip number 5, be confident. Oftentimes, we get so nervous and pressured during sight reading that we let our nerves get in the way of our playing. Don't let nerves stop you from playing the best that you can. Be confident in the work that you've done with your instrument.
You're playing the piece for the first time, so it's probably not going to be perfect. Well, it won't be perfect. Know that you're human and it's okay to make mistakes. Quick review.
Number 1, learn all about music. Listen to recordings, study the history, and delve into some music theory. It can only help you.
Number 2, work on your technique. Yes, it can be boring, but there's no replacement to solid fundamentals.
Number 3, sight read as often as you can. It's only going to help you so that you're comfortable when you're actually going to be sight reading at the audition.
Number 4, focus on the rhythms. Make sure you're always counting with a steady tempo as if there's an imaginary metronome in your head.
Number 5, have some confidence. There's no point letting nerves get in your way. You do you and be confident in yourself.
I'm Colton Potter.
And I'm Arin Sarkissian, and thanks for checking in to this NYO-U mini masterclass.
Make sure to subscribe by clicking on these sunglasses so you don't miss out on more content and awesome tips. You can find all that on the NYO-USA YouTube channel.
Happy practicing!